I'm Turk Strawman at Taranki Ramatraga. Please excuse the black screen. My camera's not working right now. I'm making a video anyway. You can listen to me with the black screen, right? Sure you can. Now, this video, I'm not sure what I'm going to call it or what it's about even. I just feel a general notion here, but it's going to work out really well. So let's say a working title is When to Do It. When to buckle down and get to work on your personal evolution, your personal evolvement. Self-manage, your own self-mastery. Develop true selfhood. And so forth. Do something that you can do about consciousness hijacking and perception deception, in which the atmosphere, in other words, on this planet, in which you move around, sleep, eat, walk, breathe, exist in incarnate form. Before we continue, subscribe to the channel, activate the notification bell feature, share the joy of the channel with others, at least by giving this video a thumb up, and comment courteously below. Alright, so, I have run into people, many, who ask what my YouTube channel is about, what do I do with my time, what's my niche in life. I'll describe what my channel is about. Elevator speech, mental discipline training. I just named the stuff for you. So, yeah, and they'll say, "Oh man, that's great. Oh my goodness, that sounds like what I need. I've been looking for something like that. What's the name of your channel?" I am definitely going to have a look at this. I'm very serious about such a thing in my life. I'm so glad we talked about this right now. I think it's right on time for me. I'll tell them the name of my channel. I don't see any comments from them. No new subscriber. During the next week or two. I might run into them again later, a month or two later. Hey, did you have a look at my YouTube channel? You're what? You have a YouTube channel. Yeah, we talked about it last time. You said you were definitely interested in the material. Oh, I didn't have time. No, I forgot about it. I've had pretty much every degree between that extreme and, yeah, I'm going to get to it tomorrow. I mean, I looked at your stuff. I like it. I'm going to start tomorrow. Taking it seriously. Going step by step, video by video, and doing the work that's in. Tomorrow. But then they don't. And then there are the few who do. Who actually do it. It's the rare few. But many people feel. They have an intuition. They have a notion. They have a thought. Maybe it's been rolling around in their heads for a long time. An urge, a desire. To, if they could just find something genuine. Along these lines, self-mastery training, spiritual unfoldment, anything, like some real instruction that actually works, lays things out, explains things, gives you the theoretical background, gets into some rather occult knowledge, where it applies to actual things to do, something pragmatic, genuine, the real thing. My God, if there were only such a thing, I will do it. This is the idea, right? That many people do have. And then they find it right here. And they have one excuse after another why it's not the right time in their lives. Why to not do it? I don't have time. I'm not quite ready. I'll wait a little bit. Maybe when I get older, things will slow down. I'll have more interest in this. And given my experience, anything that stalls commencing with this material, this kind of work in life, that stalls it, puts it on hold. About 2 weeks later, the person doesn't even remember it. Doesn't even remember. Now, you might have experienced some of this in your life. Yourself. Maybe you want to know, when is the right time? Maybe you want to know if you ran across something like the material here on this channel once. You just kind of stumbled upon it. It'll probably happen again. Something like it. Because, lo and behold, it is available. So, when the right time comes for me, it'll pop up somehow. Or I'll look for it. Now that I know what kind of thing to look for. All right. Maybe that's been your thinking. Or, just not the right time for me. All right, I'm going to address that. I'm going to start by laying out a word here that just describes all that kind of thinking that I just named, that I just described, that you might have gone through in your life or be going through right now. That's all bullshit. That's one's own mind fooling itself. That's one's own mind playing mind games with itself. That's one's own mind fucking with one's own mind. It's all bullshit. When's the right time? It's when you come across this material. You think it's easy to find material like this? As real and genuine and practical and right on the spot, the real shit for free? You think it's easy to do? You think that maybe just because you stumbled upon this video or this channel that you're going to find something just like it again whenever you think you might want to actually take it seriously? You really think so? What if you don't remember the name of this channel? Taranti Rama Churaka. Not so easy to remember. What if I close the channel, fold it up, close it, delete everything? I've done that for a couple of different reasons that were actually, they were bona fide. You think you're going to find this kind of stuff again when you decide now's the right time? I'll tell you when the right time is. It's when you found this. Very few people find my channel. Very few. Although the material is top notch. The real thing. My channel is about as popular. And I've had this channel, like I've had it, reached about 500 videos, got blocked from administrative access, deleted everything, started over, added it all up. It's been almost 20 years. My channel, whichever phase or addition or revision it was, it has been of it, or this one, is about as popular as, I don't know, what could we say? About as popular as bad breath, when it comes to, things people say, oh, I like that. Oh yeah, lots of people do that. It's a popular thing to do. Yeah, breathing somebody's bad breath in the morning. It's about how popular this is. It's the rare person who comes across it. And I think there are a lot of good reasons for that. Some are easy to come up with and articulate. Others are probably more subtle. That's the way this works. If you found yourself here, whether you were looking for something like this or you weren't, now's the time. That's when it is. Now's the time. Any other time is bullshit. Don't fool yourself that you get to it later. Or you'll try some out and then just kind of like put it on the back burner and say, I'll get back to that someday. Not quite ready right now. Don't really have the time. That's bullshit. Chances of you coming back at a later time when you think you're ready, the chances of that are significantly less than are the chances of somebody who went to college, stopped in the last semester, got pregnant, had something else to do, ran out of money, or just decided, for whatever reason, I'll go back and finish my degree later. I just have one semester to go. I'll come back in a year or two when I'm through this crisis I'm having or whatever and finish up getting my degree. You know how many people in that state of affairs, in that set of circumstances, actually do that later? Almost nobody does it. Go back and finish up that last semester later. Almost nobody actually does that. Well, the chances of coming back to this later and actually getting to work on it, at some later point in life, chances of doing that are much less than the college case. Going back and finishing up college. Wrap up the last couple courses for your degree later on in life. Yeah, right. Yeah, chances of doing that with this, far less. When's the right time? It's when you encounter this. That's when it is. That's when it happened. You really, I'm going to ask again another way. Do you think that anything like this is just going to keep being available to you? That when you make a decision, okay, now, is it going to pop up? for you? For this to come into your awareness and become available to you, it takes a lot to happen. Let's consider something else here to make that point, to be able to understand that point I just said, that statement, that proposition. Give you a little, like, an analogy, an analogous thing. All right, so what was it? Oh, jeez. Oh, man. All right, yeah, okay. Let's say you read that book called The Secret. You went and saw the movie, The Secret. And you've been dabbling with the law of attraction. So you've been working real hard. You've been making your announcement to the universe. I want a new car. You get down on your knees and you pray. You ask the good Lord Jesus to intervene, help you get a new car. You go to church more. You tell people, yeah, I'm getting a new car. You do your affirmations about it every day. You put it into your subconscious mind every night before you go to sleep. All right, new car. I'm going to, everything's lining up for me to get a new car. Well, you keep walking out in the morning and there's no new car sitting out there. Now, what's going wrong? Well, I'll tell you one thing that's causing a delay. Let's see, yeah. At some point here in the next year or two, you're going to end up with a new car. And it, seems to be connected with the law of attraction. I mean, you did your part, right? But why did it take 2 years? I'll tell you why. Not everything's about you in the universe. There are other people. There is an orderly sequence of events already in place going on. What would it take to get a new car to your door? Let's say somebody actually bought it for you as a gift. And you go, hey man, the law of attraction works. What does it take for somebody else, all the states of affairs in their life, to actually have the money, have the interest, the desire, the will, and the wherewithal to get you a car? Just cause. Maybe they were about to do it. They had some money, you're going to go get you a car. For some reason, they just go into, they have this impulse. But there's a family emergency. It takes all the money. You know how that stuff goes, right? You get some extra money. You have a plan. Oh, good. There's the money to go on my vacation to Thailand. Before you can even pay for a plane ticket, something else happens. Your house burns down or something. Just whatever that takes that money. You lose it. So it falls out of your pocket. Whatever, man. Your old car needs, your old car needs fixed up, and the person's old car needs fixed up. You never know what's going to happen. What does it take for all the resources to come together in the universe, in the world, to meet your request? Although you've done what it takes to make it happen. Huh? Does that mean it's going to happen today? The whole world is going to reorganize everything to make sure you get, an expedited overnight delivery of a new car? No, there's other stuff that has to happen too for other people as part of the causal chain. In fact, you're in your own causal chain too, cause and effect. You still have a lot of effects from the past that may get in the way. Here's another point to think about when it comes to fortune telling. Let's say there's a genuine fortune teller, a psychic. Very good one. Right? You go. They look at your palm, look at a crystal ball, turn over some cards, and tell you that within the next year, somebody very close to you, in fact, okay, it's you, you're going to get a bad disease, and so prepare now. Or whatever, right? Now, I got to tell you, now that's based, if that is accurate, that prediction, that forecast is based on states of affairs right now. If things keep going just by cause and effect, starting now, the direction they're going, then that's when the forecast will come to bear. If the psychic is worth anything, right? But does that mean that's what really what's going to happen a year from now? No. Other things can come along and change it all. You can change it. And the further into the future the prediction is, the more time there is, an opportunity there is for other things to come along and change it all. So once again now, what's my point with this talk? You really think that when you say, okay, I'm going to buckle down, I'm going to go find this. It popped up to me, like just a year or two ago. Man, I'm sure that just around the corner here, I'm going to fall on something like that again now because, I'm gifted, like I'm chosen. I'm at that point. Bullshit. You blew it. You already did. It was there for you. That was the right time. That's when it happened. That's when it came together. Consider reincarnation. Let's say, you've been going through, this incarnate cycle a lot of times over a long period, eons, okay, millennia. This is the lifetime during which this happened. You were given a gift. It stared you right in the face. And you didn't get it. You didn't see it. You didn't know it. You didn't think about that. You didn't think, hey, what all had to happen to make this pop up here for me right now? Huh? And you think the universe is just going to keep it on hold for you? Keep giving you more opportunities until you decide, okay, I'll do it now. No, other stuff has to happen. Other stuff has its time and place coming right around the corner for the rest of the world too. It'd be like you get the new car and then you say, well, I'm not ready for it. The actual new car just shows up, right? Hey, look here, I got you a car. So you could use that. I just happened to, I don't know why I did this. And then you say, well, I'm not ready for it right now. Caught me a little off guard. I'm not ready for that right now. So the car goes away. And then you think, well, hell, there's a new car waiting for me. The universe has one around, all right? Because, hey, it showed up, so now I'm ready. New car. And the universe says, hey, man, you missed the chance A lot went into getting that there for you that day. And now other things are going on. It took 2 years for that to happen. For that to come around again in this lifetime, buddy, it probably won't. You start doing your law of attraction work again. But it still doesn't happen. 2 years later, no. Because resources are going other places in this world. Just because you do your magic incantations with your law of attraction of affirmations and stuff, that doesn't mean everything's just going to line up to meet your request. It already did that. And the message you gave the universe was, I'm not really all that interested after all. I was fucking with you, universe. And I'll tell you who you fucked with the most. You fucked with yourself. You fucked yourself right out of your opportunity that might not come up again. For this kind of work, this kind of material for lifetimes to come. Because other things are going to come up. There will be new causes of your making every instant and effects to follow. It's a web. So when's the right time to do this? Now. Is it the right material? Yes. It works. It's real. You want to test that out for yourself? You want evidence for that? Then you take decades out of your time now and you do your research. Look into mystic Christianity. You know, what secret fraternities and orders and those who keep the flame, alive, the little spirit of truth alive since the days Jesus walked on this earth. What his message really was to his disciples. It is known. What was he? What path of redemption did he actually put into place? What was it? You find out, and you're going to find that it and the material here run hand in hand with each other. You look at some other tradition, Buddhism. You look at the basic tenets of that. The noble, what is it, the four, whatever, and then the noble eightfold path. Take a look. The way it's structured. Find the same kind of stuff. Take a look at spiritual alchemy. Look at that. Get the basic principles, how it operates. Same basic stuff. You study karma yoga, you study bhakti yoga, you study raja yoga, you study jnana yoga. The real shit, right? You get the operating principles under it, the rules it follows, how it works. Same basic stuff. You pour through all the self-help material that's out there until you're not finding anything new. And then you go back through and you review it all and you pick out just the best. You try it all. You just hold on to what works. You get to the underlying principles about what actually makes good material like that work. If you can find any that actually gives you guidelines of what to do, step by step, with the right background information to back it up. Real shit, right? Same basic stuff. You want to go through all that? If you're too lazy to start this here, now, get into it, accept it, this is it. It's for you. If you can't do that, you're not going to do one bit of looking into whether it's real shit. Huh? Listen to the tone of my voice. Am I fucking with you? You just answer that question for yourself. Am I trying to get something out of you? Am I playing a game? Am I just pretending? Does this sound like a person who will just give some tips and tricks that helped me, but they're not going to work for anybody else? Because, we're all on our own path. Really? So you're just going to keep looking? You're going to wait till something, pops up? You're going to wait for an old man in a blanket on the top of a peak in the Himalayas to say, I'm your guru as you approach? When are you going to go there? And what are the chances are you're going to find there's a lot of snow up there? Maybe a tiger. That's all. Not going to happen. You wait for some mystical experience, some grand alignment of the planets when something just drops in your lap. That's what you're still waiting for? It just did. It just did. Right here. You want to be like that guy in a flood? Place is flooding. The whole town's flooding. Underwater. Water's going on the top. Over the cars now. Well, you have a 3-story house. You figure, well, hell, safest place for me is up on my roof. Water's never going to get that high around here. Jeez. But now it's coming up. Starting to flood the second floor of your house. And you're up there. Oh, it's not going to get me. Next thing you know, the water level's up to your attic. You can see the water running by. Right down to the bottom of the slope of your roof. It's coming to your, it's like starting to get on your roof. And you're up at the peak, hanging onto the chimney. Well, somebody comes by in a canoe and says, hey man, you better get in. But you've been up there praying to God. You've been praying. Save me. Save me. Send me a sign. Save me, Lord. But this guy has a canoe. And you say, oh, no thanks. No thanks. God is going to help me. I've been praying up here. God will help me. But thanks anyway. You should probably go, look around and probably somebody else who's going to really need you. But I'm going to be all right. The water gets higher. Somebody comes by in a little sailboat. Get in. And you say, no, that's okay. It's okay. I have help on the way. Do that shit a couple more times. The next thing, you're sucking water into your lungs. So you die. And there's God. And you say, hey, what happened? I was depending on you. I was praying. You didn't save me. And God says, I sent a canoe. I sent a sailboat. And there was more. You just decided, oh, I'll get in something later when God sends it. Well, how the hell are you going to know what it's going to be like to come with a burning bush? It's going to be lightning, and it's going to strike your chimney, and lo and behold, magically, there'll be a boat, and it'll say, from God to you, get in. Or maybe God will be in there at the helm, huh? Is that what you were waiting for? Well, you drowned. When the right time came, you started playing bullshit with yourself. And you even got 2 or 3 chances in that scenario with the flood on the roof. The universe continued to try to meet your request, to meet your demand. And then you were just too foolish to get in the boat. You missed the boat, man. You missed your boat. You missed your boat. If you're here right now, which you are, then you better take it seriously, man. You better take it seriously. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. Subscribe to the channel. Activate the notification bell feature. Share the joy of the channel with others. You can start doing that by giving this video a thumb up so others can see that. And comment courteously below. And don't fuck yourself out of a good thing. The best thing that can happen to you in your soul's sojourn through this cosmos, the big turning point, is here now for you today. You're going to turn your back on it because you don't have time. Is that it? So if you're the guy on the roof, you're going to tell God, you know, as you're getting air out of your astral lungs, when you can finally talk, and say, well, you know, I didn't feel like getting in that canoe. You know, because I didn't have time. I was tying my shoe at the time. I was trying to fix my life jacket. I was waiting for a boat that might not tip over. You know, I don't like canoes. Is that what you're going to do? Is that you? It probably is. It probably is. So if you click away from here, and you never come back to the channel, or you never actually take it seriously, never actually do the work provided, never actually do that, I don't know what the hell you're doing with your life. I don't know what you're doing. I don't. Do you know what you are doing in your progress toward increased experience of your own existence, increased experience of love, increased experience of pure joy, contentment, self-knowledge, expression? Really? Really? When's the right time? When you have the means to do it. When it's given to you for free on a silver platter. Think that's going to just keep on happening to you? That's bullshit. So get to work. Be well.